Hello, hello, this is Rod, Live Within Your Means. Hey, look at this big, beautiful box of Idaho potatoes I got yesterday. Got them at a good price, and this is a 50-pound box. Now that's more potatoes than I plan on eating in quite a while because I'm not going to eat as many potatoes because I've got to lose some weight. But I am going to cook a whole bunch of these and make some really good mashed potatoes for a lot more people than just those in our family. Boy, these are just beautiful potatoes. So when you're going to bake potatoes to make mashed potatoes, you might want to take the biggest ones, and most of these are all they're all very big. I'll be cutting some of this stuff out of here, but I like making mashed potatoes with the peelings on, but I want to make sure and cut any bad spots out of them. And I'm going to cook a big load of potatoes here, so I'm not going to cook just a few. Going to take some of these tomorrow to my son-in-law, and going to bake some. My brother's actually making potatoes for Thanksgiving dinner today. Looks like I've got that pan pretty full. So let me show you what I'm going to do, because I'm going to take them over here. I'm going to be running down to the store, and I'm going to have these cooking while I'm gone. Now my wife is here. She's asleep. She'll be getting up, but I'll have enough potatoes in here that enough water in here, but these are not going to have a chance whatsoever of burning while I'm gone. So what I want to be able to do here is make sure that there's any bad spots whatsoever on these, but those are cut out. So I'm going to take a big bowl here, and hopefully you can see these. Yep. So I'm going to take a big bowl. I'm going to turn the other light on so there's a little bit more light on in here. And going to grab a knife. If there's any bad spots, I'm going to cut them out right now. And I want to teach you something too, that you can take a scrubber like this, and these scrubbers are absolutely wonderful. Let me do this instead. I'm going to dump these in the sink. There we go. And I'll put them in the pan. I'm going to make sure we can see here. Make sure we can see well. So maybe I need to lower that down just a tad. Alright, let's see. There we go. We want you to see real well what we're doing here. And I can even zoom in a little bit. A little. Let's see if I can turn that just a tad. There we go. Alrighty. So, there we go, there we go. So we look these potatoes over, and you can take a metal scrubber like this, and you can scrape a lot of the stuff right off that potato without peeling it. You can peel them if you want, but I'll tell you what, that's not what I'm after. I'm just after good looking potatoes here. That's not much of a mark, but into the pan it goes. Alrighty. So this is probably the best way I know to make a bunch of potatoes. You can clean these off with a metal scrubber, and you get some bad spots like that, or like there's a big old green spot. Let's just get rid of that. That goes into the sink, and that goes into the pan. But we want to make some really good potatoes here for some people that, I don't know, might be forgotten a little bit on Thanksgiving or might be overwhelmed. But there's a bunch of them out there. And we can make things a little bit better for them. And what can we do better on Thanksgiving than show thanks to God? And some people refer to God as our Father in heaven, other people may not. But I think the best way we can probably show God thanks or show love to Him, whew, look at that, that's a rough one, is loving His children. And I really believe that. And, you can say all you want, and you can pray all you want, but if you don't show love to others, especially those that need it, then I guess you're probably missing the boat. All right. That potato really lacked some stuff, didn't it? So I'm going to cut some of the good pieces off of this big chunk. And I want to get rid of this bad part. That's what I want to do. We just want to make sure these are really, really good potatoes. Really good mashed potatoes. Because whoever we give them to, we want them to be really happy that they got them. And I'm going to mix those in a mixer, and they're going to have some sour cream in them. They're going to be so good, so good. See that? That's the part that needed to be cut off. And can you see this? Maybe, maybe not. I'm sorry if I'm not the best at showing you everything. But if I cut these in half, they're all going to get done really, really well. They're going to get done anyway, but this is going to help. Alrighty. So we scrub these up. But think about it today. Think about who could use your love or a call. There's a lot of people that haven't talked to one of their family members or someone that needs their love for a while, and you know, if you can call them, bring yourself to call them, what a blessing that might be to them, because maybe they're a little bit too, I don't know, proud or too hurt to apologize themselves or to show love because they've really been hurt, okay? And most of the time, when people don't talk to each other, that's really what it is, right? Somebody's been hurt. And most of us have been hurt in our lifetime. And so, you know, it's sure nice when people forgive us. So let's make sure that we do the things that we can. We can't make other people forgive us, but we can forgive them. And, you know, there's a friend of mine I got upset at this week. Needless to say, he's probably going to get some mashed potatoes and maybe something else. We'll see. We've got a little bit of extra pie for my wife's work. They're wonderful pies. They're so big. I wish we had something to give some pieces away in that would work better than giving away a great big pie, because they're really too big for most people, and yet, oh, they're delicious pies. So, but we only have so many, right? And so many containers to put stuff in. So, think about who could use what today. I know there's some people who are going to be a little forgotten and who've been a little bit hurt, and I'm going to try to make things better for a few of those people today. Because I got a great big box of potatoes, and I'm gonna cook the most mashed potatoes anybody's ever cooked that doesn't have a family of 20 eating, you know. Because we've only got less than 10 people going over to my parents' place today to eat Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm going to be also cutting up and cooking some yams. Candied yams. I've got some, oh my goodness, I've got some non-alcoholic or sparkling cider and sparkling grape juice that I made up, and we had a little explosion during the night. So hopefully I'm going to get that video up for you today, and you can see the results of the explosion during the middle of the night. 1 o'clock in the morning we heard something, and it was one of the stoppers on the wine bottles that you fold over. Yeah, I guess it hit the ceiling, and there was grape juice all over here, and it woke us up 1 o'clock in the morning, and holy smokes. That was, yeah, I don't know if I'll be doing stuff with kefir again, but who knows. You can look at those things that I did with kefir, because I've got the sparkling cider and non-alcoholic wine. So we're also going over there today to Mom and Dad. Let's get some hot water in here, that way it doesn't take quite as long to cook. But I'm going to get these potatoes boiled, and I'm going to be mashing them up in my wife's bread mixer, and mix them with some sour cream, and maybe putting a few other things in there that are going to make this really good. So first we'll get these potatoes cooked this is going to be on the stove before I go 2 miles to run down to the store. And oh, I'll bet you I've got a good, let's see, look at that box. That was a 50-pound box. I'll bet you I've got close to 12 to 15 pounds of potatoes in this big old pan. So this is going to go on the stove here in just a moment. And by the way, you got the lid on. It doesn't matter if that boils up and if those are covered or not, because the steam will cook the rest of those. And I know I've been a cook in restaurants. I've cooked things for years. I don't deny that I'm not as good a cook as I ought to be. But, and I think my wife's a much better cook than me. Here we go. I'm going to put that on the back burner here. And the reason it's going to go on the back burner is because then it's out of the way. It's going to take a while for those to cook and boil. So we're going to turn that on. I'm going to turn that on high. And I'm going to move this out of your way so you can see what I'm doing. My golly. Where's the thing? The slot that goes down. There we go. Alrighty, that back burner's on high. And that'll be boiling before I get back. And so, see who you can make things better for today. Show your thanks by making things better for others, to give them a reason to give thanks to God and to appreciate this day. So there's a lot of people we love out there. There's a lot of people that have made a difference, and a lot of those are just little people. They're not leaders of big corporations. They're not necessarily church leaders. They're not necessarily government leaders. They're little people that care about other people and try to make things better for everybody, or at least for the people that they can. So it's Thanksgiving, and look back at some of my other videos if there's anything that you appreciate on here. Oh, look at that. I turned on the wrong burner. Holy moly. Front burner. I needed, silly me. Bet you guys have done that before, most of you. The back burner needs to be on. So, but look at some of my other videos and see if there's some things that can help you. And if there's anything on here that's been of help to you, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. And if you're willing to take just a few seconds and put some comments below any of the videos, that will help propel those videos so that they bless the lives of other people. So thank you. And this is Rod. Live within your means and have a wonderful day.